Alright guys, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. Today I'm just going to be going over basically the Trunks in full details. The new free-to-play LR Trunks that'll be awakening throughout the next about 2 months or so. Came on a global with the new Area 32 edition to the Dokkan Quest story mode. So I'm just going to be going over awakening him, getting all the missions done for these United missions right here. I've got a few of them done already, obviously, just from like playing the game, pretty much, and getting him to SA10. I didn't want to put that on camera, but I went ahead and got the rest of the copies, so I'm going to be rainbowing him in this video, telling you the best builds you can do, and just getting these missions done and showing you the best process to do them. But so yeah, we're just going to hop in here real quick and get this ready. So yeah, Trunks is a very, he's not great as an SSR, let's just get that done straight out of the way. He's not great. He's okay. He's not amazing, he's not awesome or anything. He's just another card. And that's just the way you need to look at him. He's not anything crazy. He's just there. But it's just once he gets to the LR status where he's like, okay, it's a card, that's something you can use. There's a pretty good base there, which is basically what we want these days. That's what you want from a card. You want something that is usable, that you can bring into an event and like semi-trust and like know they'll put up a decent showing, and at least be something that you can somewhat rely on. But so yeah, this guy, like I said, not great here. There's nothing noticeable that you can think of, at least. Obviously he has additionals built in, so and he has crit as well. So the crit's of minor importance since he has that. He gets to as an LR. He gets to, I believe, at a high chance at the end of the day, so it's a 50% chance right there to crit. And the additionals are only medium chances, so personally, I would go with, for the HIPO, hidden missions build, I would probably go with a additional base leaning with the dodge as well. So every other node you have, which would be like a crit node, I would go dodge instead, and vice versa for additional. And that's my personal belief. Just based on what he has. At the end of this showing, I will hop over into the character information details. That's how the last video I just basically went over it and showed you the card art, but I didn't have the translated details, so I had to go over to another website, the actual DBZ wiki itself. But so basically, whenever he comes into appearance on the first and third turns, as long as he's in the first or third slot. On that turn he comes in, he'll randomly change key spheres to rainbow key spheres. But that you gotta remember that is like him literally being in that slot as soon as you start the turn. So if he's not in those slots, it's not happening. If it's in slot 2, he won't change the key spheres. He'll then get 2 key spheres per rainbow key sphere obtained, and he'll get 20% attack per rainbow key sphere obtained. He'll then launch 2 additional attacks, each of which has a medium chance to become a super attack, and he has a high chance to perform critical hits. And he gets additional 40% attack and defense when performing a super attack, and additional 31% attack and defense, and reduces damage received by 8% from the same turn per super attack performed. So, just straight away, the most super attacks this guy can do is 4. So that is 32% damage reduction, and plus another, what is that? I can't do mental math right now. Like 124% attack and defense extra if he does all 4 super attacks. So there, the damage reduction is not crazy, but it's possible. And he gets 20% for each 12 key he does. The 18 keys, obviously, 20% as well, raise attack and defense for 1 turn. So I would, like I said, go hit additionals, because that medium chance is not great, but if it happens, it happens. And then go dodge for the rest of them, because you're already going to be having the high chance anyway, so there's not really a reason to leave it there. Another thing to note is we don't have it yet, but it will be coming, and that is a, what am I thinking? You know how with the Vegeta Blue, the free-to-play LR, when he came out, eventually after the ECA as well, they came out with additional stages that came out for the story, where you can get special equipments there, which raised higher stats, like 600 or 1,000 plus stats each skill slot. Trunks did the same thing. As I said, this becomes the Trunks and Broly card, so in the later stages, I think is Area 32, the rest of them, maybe even 33 actually, it gets to the point where you can get like 1,000 stats per, so you can get all defense equips and add them on there, and you'll get a very, very hefty addition to a stat. So this kind of card, I would probably just do that instead of getting like additional dodge. The defense just baseline is going to be better for a deep damage reduction card like this, because it'll just be a higher baseline stats. And the guy has very decent stats because, like I said, he's one of those LR cards where he has a pure 5,000 boost to all the stats. So he's like a summonable card, so he has like real stats. So that is the biggest thing for him, as I was saying. But there we go. So this is what I got: 12, 5, and 9. As I said, you can go pretty much either way. I probably should have gone more defense, dodge, but I can always change that. But yeah, dodge additional is something I would go for. Whichever one you want to go and max out primarily, do that. Doesn't really matter. As you can see, I got all the rewards for getting him done, but the last ones I need to do, which will be the Baba Shop, I just need to exchange 150 of the blue incredible gems. So like I said, you're going to be needing these blue ones, but they're very easy to obtain with the new stages. I'm just gonna quickly get Kai's, because that's just about the thing I can do. That should be enough, right? I think yes, that's enough. That's plus 10 actually. So there we go. That should be all of these missions done. Yep, there we go. So all you have to do is just use 150 credible gems, the blue ones, in the shop. Awaken him to 100%. Obviously, get all the 4 dupes into him. Get him to SA 10, and complete any Dokkan quest stage 20 times. And that will give you all of the missions done. The 15 dragon stones, 150 blue gems, which is what you're gonna need anyway. It reimburses it. So you use to get the missions done. 300 green gems, and then 105 of the large hidden potential system orbs. So it's very good rewards right there. There you go, see? Boom. But yep, that's everything in there. That's covered. I will be making a video whenever this guy awakens. I'm not sure if I really want to link level him yet, because like it's gonna be a case with like the heroes cards where they Dokkan awaken, and then there's like one link level that's not been done yet. So I think I'm going to wait and just do a showcase like with him like this. He's not going to look good or anything. He's going to look really bad actually. But yeah, so I'll leave him like this until he wakes to LR. I won't link level him. But once that happens, I'll have a full showcase for his LR status. But yeah, so we're going to leave here and hop over into the DBZ wiki and the Dokkan wiki to look over ahead his stats and his card, and let's leave it on that. Alright, so I have his SSR pulled up here and his LR. So this is just translated from the Japanese version. As I said, this guy was released over like a 4-month time span pretty much on the JP version for the Dokkan, the SSR releasing, the TR releasing, and then the final LR releasing. And of course also the additional boost in the stats right here. So yeah, so we'll hop back here. I already went over this, just briefly go back over the time travelers, 2 key, 30%. It's not crazy, but it does end up going up to the 80%, which isn't great, but it's a free-to-play leader, so you can bring him in something else. 60% baseline, start of turn, additional has a medium chance from the super attack. This ends up becoming 2, obviously. Medium chance from a critical hit, comes high chance at the LR, additional 30% when performing super attack, and additional 20% within the same turn when the super attack performed. And this baseline, raised attack, same links, and time travelers. And then once they become an LR, of course TR stats applies as well. They pick up the joined forces. The full power comes at the LR status. The time traveler, Super Saiyan, Connected Hope, and Trust the Will and Power of Wishes. Links then become Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Shocking Speed, Prepare for Battle, Super Saiyan, Shadow Limit, and Legendary Power. And of course, the stats from Rainbow are fairly decent. This is like a somewhat like card stats. Like these are real stats, which is very it's noticeable. It's very good. As I already said, time traveler 3 key, 80%. It's not great, but it's there. Luckily though, on both they do get defense on both supers, so 20% right there, attack and defense, colossal damage, and 20% one turn, mega colossal damage, greatly lowers defense. That's not super important, but the stats are, those are good. Start of turn, 4 key, 100%, randomly changes 1 key sphere of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. The characters in the first or third attacking slot at the start of turn. So as I said already, this procs at the beginning of turn. So this card literally has to be in slot 1 or slot 3 to activate this ability right here. So if they are not in slot 1 or 3, if they're in slot 2, this will not activate and they will not have the orb changing ability at all. Which I've seen happen quite a lot in showcase videos, so just keep that in mind. This might not activate all the time. It is limited to first the slot 1 or 3 at the start of turn. But assuming they do, they get additional 2 ki per rainbow keys obtained, and additional 20% attack per rainbow keys obtained, so they can get a max of 5, so 100% attack, and 10 ki max for that. They launch 2 additional attacks, each of which has a medium chance, which is only 30%, that's very bad, to become a super attack. But at least it is 2 guaranteed attacks at least, so the proccing could happen better with like the hidden potential system. They get a high chance from a critical hit, which is 50%, and an additional 40% attack events when performing a super attack, and additional 31% attack events, and reduce damage by 8% within the same turn per super attack performs. Like I said already, that's 32% right there, damage reduction total, which isn't great, but it's something, and it's better than nothing. And as they are, I think, correct? Or actually, I think I'm wrong. That was originally, no, they are a super class. They are a super class, yeah. So I was going to say they're extreme, but you know, they're super, so they still take the same amount of damage. Of course, they have an active skill, which is the intro that you see later on. We haven't gotten it yet, but eventually we'll get like a special, you know, like the campaign videos we have, and it plays that. But it's called the Power of Unity. It's 20 ki for them, 60% attack, and all attacks are guaranteed to hit for that one turn, which is very it's a very good ability. It's kind of like the old LR Tech Broly, similar to that. Can be activated when HP is 40% or less, or can be activated starting from the 6th turn from start of battle. This is a very bad condition, but at least it's not relegated to like multiple conditions. So it's either 40% or less, or once 6 turns have elapsed from battle, which is better than having several conditions at the same time. But yeah, so now obviously they go into much more detail here than on the actual Dokkan wiki. But so the 12 ki is 150%, and the 24 is 200%, which is it's just useful to be there. And of course, actually, multiplier on the 20 ki is 30%. Oh no, that's just what that is. Okay, never mind. They were saying how the super attack is calculated separately, and 80%, 180 is an additional. Okay, so they're calculated separately performing super attack, an additional 60% of the super attack performed. Turned up to that is within the same turn. Okay, so they're all calced separately, so they're multiplied into each other. And the super attack multiplier here is 30% for 1 turn. Okay, interesting. That's 50% minus defense for 3 turns. So instead of usually it's 20%, but in this case it's 30%. That's interesting. Okay. And a 30% chance, yeah, I already said that. So yeah, it's 30% instead actually, so these are both 30% defense raises instead of the 20%, which it usually is. It's actually good. It's not amazing, but if you get 4 of those at least, they should have relatively good enough stats with, if you get the full 30% damage reduction, to be commendable and a decent card. But yeah, so just expect more videos and updates coming for them. Like I said, I'm expecting this to be a shorter time frame than ones in JP, so like these guys, TUR should come out next month, and then the LR Awakening should come out in March. So just expect that to happen sooner rather than later, like it was on JP, because the time plan is getting shortened because we're getting closer and closer to the sync, which still should be like a year or 2 out. But we're getting there, so they should start having things ramp up a little bit, because we're getting Omega and Omega event soon as well. So expect that. But yeah, just want to get out of here, let you know like the best builds you can do, and what's coming for the orb and stuff, coming for the skill orbs to get them better stats and stuff and equipments. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if it helped you or not, and as always, take care. Have a good one. Bye, guys.